Hello, my lovely YouTube family, and welcome. Today we're going to be looking into messages of love. This can go the gamut here. This could be from your higher self, your spirit guides, a passed on loved one. It could be from your future soulmate. It could be, it could be coming from anywhere. The point is we are going to be tuning in and listening to what comes through in regards to, love and support and messages to send to you that you need to hear right now. So we have three groups. We have group 1 with the sun and the moon. We have group 2 with the dragon, and we have group 3 with the ravens or crows, with roses and the memento mori. So go ahead and select whichever group is calling to you. Please do remember that this is a general reading and not a personal one. So there's no reason at all to take anything personally. If it doesn't resonate, take what does, leave the rest. If you feel drawn to listen to more than one group, perhaps you need some more encouragement, or there's something that needs to be heard, and your intuition and your gut is going to guide you in this and show you which way to go with it. Okay, so go ahead, select your group, and we're going to get started. Okay. For group 1 with the sun and the moon, there is definitely a need for this group to be working on balancing that masculine and feminine energy. Both deserve respect, both deserve love and compassion. Okay, this is like a key note that you guys need to pay attention to as you move forward. Balance is where it's at. Extremes is not where it's at. We've had enough of that as of late, and we're moving in now to Pluto and Aquarius. We're in the age of Aquarius, hardcore. It's time to think outside the box. It's time to do things differently, and it's definitely time to unite and balance things. This is where the trouble has started, is things have just gotten way out of control and not in balance. So this is where the focus needs to be, especially for this group, okay? So let's see what came up here in the cards. So what do we have for this group? Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Jeez. Okay. So we have the Priestess of Coins. Now, the priestesses in this deck are knights. So this is the Knight of Coins. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the Chariot. We have full-on Cancer energy with the lunar, there's lunar vibes here too, because the moon rules Cancer. Perhaps you guys have heavy 4th house placements, or wherever your Cancer is, you have a stellium. There's something very intense, could be Cancer rising. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Hermit. Now, this is interesting. We have look at this. We have 2 major arcana. So this is a very intense message. You have a guide around you right now. I wouldn't even be surprised if you have 2, okay? A masculine and a feminine. And look, we have masculine and feminine energy here showing up. This is somebody from your past. This is someone from a past life. This could be like where it's somebody from your roots, like your genetic line, like, because we have the Chariot, and this is the 4th house in astrology, and it is the house of our roots, our home. Sometimes it could indicate our mother. But then we have the Hermit. The Hermit is about going deep within. It's going on a spiritual journey, a spiritual quest. I really feel like there is, you have a masculine and a feminine around you, and the feminine is really trying to scream at you to say, hey, you need to be more patient with yourself. You need to be putting in the work in order to achieve what it is, your goals for what you want, because this ultimately is going to lead you on a spiritual quest. And it's like the journey, the process of where you're trying to get in life is what is really going to open you up to love more. You're going to learn how to love yourself more, which is it's vital. All love begins within, okay? And it begins with you. You have to literally be radiating the love you want to attract. And this starts with learning to love ourselves. And this is like the focus here. There's a definite need for this. There's a definite need for boundaries, knowing your worth. This group is definitely like, this is calling to you, but you do have a soulmate out there, and they're trying to point you in the direction of this person. Like I said, we have Cancer, we have Virgo energy here, we have fire energy. So they could definitely have like a a nice little combination. Perhaps they have a stellium in Virgo's house. Perhaps they have a stellium in Cancer's house. But they're a fire sign, or it could, be any of this combination. But I feel like this person is very, important. And it's very passionate. That's like the word I want to. We have nurture with life giving. We also have patience. Look at that. And this is the card of patience. The Knight of Coins is that energy where we are most definitely, we take calculated risks. We're very smart, very grounded, very, down to earth when it comes to monetary situations and anything having to do with the material realm. If you guys are working, trying to get somewhere, you have to be patient with yourself. Patience is the key here. Balance is the key for you guys. You have to nurture that within yourself. You have to nurture that patience and be patient with yourself. I feel like this group is really hard on themselves. And you need to dial it back a little bit and be more patient and kind with yourself. And we have money. See, look at that. We have coins and we have money here. And, I got to say, people who have say they have, they're a Cancer ascendant with 29 degrees. This could actually be, whenever we have a critical degree and we have a Cancer rising, this could be an indicator of tremendous wealth. So I kind of feel like somebody here is definitely going to be running into somebody like this, or this is you, and this needs to be nurtured and brought out. Realize that you have what it takes to make things to be really successful. So it says, oh my God, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So I almost feel like there's a need for you guys to go back to your roots, nurture that inner child, and get in contact with what is it that you wanted to do when you were little? What lights you up? What are you passionate about? Intuitively, when you're a child, you just know what is good for you. And unfortunately, we get polluted and also diluted as we age, and people and society, family members or whatever, start bombarding us with standards and who we're supposed to be and what is right and what is wrong, for you. They think that they know what's right for you, but inherently you came into this world and this life knowing exactly what you're supposed to be doing with yourself. I feel like somebody here most definitely needs to get in contact with that inner child, love and nurture that inner child and bring that out. Not only is this going to lead to great monetary gain, but it's going to nurture your soul. You're going to be a lot more happy, smiling all the time. You're going to just exude radiance and people are going to notice. Okay. So let's take a look at the nurture message here. This is Aphrodite's Oracle. With nurture, page 14. Let's see the message that she has for you. Okay, with this one, the goddess of love and beauty is the instigator of sexual desire, but sex leads to more than just pleasure. It can produce new life. She is even named as life giver in the Orphic hymn to Aphrodite. This card may signify that something new is blossoming in your life and that it requires care and attention to ensure its growth and development, and also patience, you guys, right? This could relate to an opportunity, or it may be a special person in your life that needs support. Perhaps, though, it is yourself that needs nurturing. Yes, this is what I think, okay? This might be a message to slow down, patience, and make sure that your own needs are being met. Are you getting everything you need on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level? It isn't selfish to provide yourself with loving care, as the needs of the self matter as much as the needs of others. Remember, we cannot give from an empty well. It benefits not only ourselves, but our loved ones too, if we are nourished and nurtured, as it allows us to be present and involved as we can be. The advent of this card may be a sign you need to tend to your own garden. Focus on what needs attention in your life. What have you neglected and what is in need of rejuvenation? Receiving this card in a reading can be a sign to connect to nature. Aphrodite is intimately connected with flowers, nature, and fertility. Disconnect from the digital world and get outside so that you may surround yourself in the tranquility and beauty of nature. Doing so roots us in the present moment and nourishes the soul by refreshing us both mentally and physically. This card may also be asking you to connect with the rhythm of nature. Life can't bloom all of the time. It flows with the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. Align yourself with the ebb and flow of your environment so that you may reflect this sacred rhythm in your life and deepen your connection with the earth. As this card is asking you to breathe new life into your world, explore what it is that lights you up. Oh my God, there it is. Immersing yourself in a creative act such as painting, dancing, or writing can be a way for you to nurture your psyche. Sometimes we fear the creative arts because we worry that we won't be good enough, but this mindset is one that we ought to examine. Being creative gives expression to our soul, and there should be no judgment as we give ourselves over to the moment. Yes, and get lost in the moment because it's very meditative and relaxing and soothing. And I also have to mention, since we have the Hermit here, okay, I feel like you guys can definitely be a master creator and life giver when it comes to nurturing nature, aka having a garden. It even mentions tending your garden. Now that could be metaphorical, or this could be like legit attending to a garden. This is a wonderful grounding exercise. It is also very potent magic energy, especially if you're trying to attract wealth, because we're dealing with the earth. We're dealing with, the ground. And what happens in the ground? All seeds and all roots begin in that underworld, that ground, that realm of Hades. Okay. Hades and Persephone working together to spring new life. Okay. Perfect counterparts. I almost get the sense that that is what you have with your future mate. It is that beautiful creative energy. You're complete opposites, yet together as the whole, you are much more powerful than apart. And you will bring balance, and you will bring nurturing into life, and you will be helping others. There's something you're meant to do with this person that's quite profound. So let's take a look at the Patience card. So it may be that a lot of things are up in the air at this time, and you may feel frustrated and tired of waiting. Decisions feel like they're no longer yours to make. Your life may feel like it is being controlled by another. This card signifies a time where all you can really do is wait and be patient. Don't try to force things to happen because your efforts may backfire on you. Yes. All you can do is let go, surrender, control, and wait. So it says, I put my best foot forward and I wait patiently for the right time for my rewards to be manifested. But in order for them to be manifested, in order for this to happen, you actually have to do the work. Okay. The Knight of Coins knows this. They are hard working. The Hermit, this is Virgo energy. This is hard working. This is definitely, dealing with earthy, very, I want to say powerful, it's really a powerful manifesting kind of energy, really, because we're dealing with earth signs here, the earthy energy. This is mutable earth too. So it's very imperative that you do go with the flow. You need to be patient. You cannot force things ever, okay? Because it will backfire for this group. You got to just go with it. You got to keep persevering, going forward with your goals and not force anything. Let it flow naturally and organically. And then money will flow to you too, because money is nothing more than a form of energy. Much like nature, it ebbs and it flows, okay? And it's just up and down and up and down. That's the way it works, folks. But the more clear you are, the more potent your energy, the more in love, with your loving yourself, you guys, loving yourself. Now, we're not talking narcissism here. We're talking true, passionate compassion, love for yourself. Because when you have that and you know your worth and you smile and you know that you're a beautiful person, inside and out, and you exude this, people are going to notice it too. And it's going to flow that energy to you straight up. If you're the people who just want to be cruel all the time and make nasty comments to make them, they're doing it because they're insecure and they don't feel that love inside. Those are the people that need this the most. Okay. Because they're just filled with hate for themselves. So they have to dump it on somebody else. It's the biggest form of self-sabotage that there is. If you know anybody like this, you need to step back, like maybe ask them, what the hell happened to you? And, point it out, and then you go about your business. You don't need that kind of drama. But some people really need to learn how to love. Okay. They don't have that. They don't have any feeling inside whatsoever. I feel like with this group, maybe going on that sojourn, that spiritual inner journey, or starting a meditation practice, especially, this is where it all starts. Straight up, if you want to be a master manifester, and if you're serious about practicing magic, you have to be really good at meditation too. Because if you cannot control your mind, how can you control and manipulate energies? Okay. So this group needs to really get on that, most definitely. So we have chocolate coins. Money is available to you right now, offering opportunity to pay off debts to prepare for a rainy day. This card heralds a better time ahead as far as abundance, fortune, and wealth goes. Optimistic, upbeat, and hopeful feelings abound. The future is paved with gold. A windfall is on the way. Buy a lottery ticket, start a new business, welcome opportunity, and sit back and enjoy the bounty of your success. So it says, money comes to me easily and effortlessly. However, I do want to mention, and we have talked about this on my Patreon, unless you have a specific marker in your natal chart to win the lottery, don't waste your money or your time, because it's just not going to happen. If it's not in the natal promise, it's like, sorry. That's why it's really important to learn as much as you can about your placements in astrology, because it really does help to gain focus as to where you might have troubles, where you might have roadblocks, but where your great strengths lie, and where you can really bring those out and where you shine. So yeah, I mean, this group, you have very nurturing energy. You could be a caregiver of some kind. Maybe with your partner, this is what you're going to do. Maybe you want to be a therapist. Maybe there is something like that has to do. Like I said, like look at this. This is all nature energy right here. Look at her. She's tending to a garden. She's picking flowers. Perhaps, I mean, I swear, I don't know if any of you guys do this. Leave a comment if you do. But I have, I'm married to somebody who is very good with a green thumb, and like he can get anything to bloom. It's amazing. And he does have a 6th house stellium, and he is a fire sign. So I kind of understand this energy here that's coming at you guys. But I feel like that there is, like, this is something that you could end up doing. Like, you guys need to, maybe it would be like soothing and relaxing if you start like delving into like social media where you have all the people who are gardening. And there are some amazing people out there like this who, they post a lot. They show stuff from their farms, their gardens, and stuff like this. And I mean, there are incredible things. You could get some ideas like this. Maybe even with your partner, you end up opening you buy a piece of land and open an ecotourism thing, where you live like a total beautiful, peaceful kind of life, and people come and visit, and maybe it's a pick your own place, or maybe, you raise chickens for eggs and fertilizer. Who knows? It's like the sky's the limit here. But working with the earth, I feel like, is going to bring a lot of peace and serenity to this group. I feel like maybe some of you do have green thumbs, and you could be create like miraculous things. Maybe you're going to start a huge community garden that helps to feed people who don't have enough food, or something like this, or start a whole movement like this where you go to neighborhoods and get people to replace their lawns with beautiful flowers and vegetable gardens and things like this. If we all did this, there would be no hungry people at all anywhere in the world. So yeah, and they don't have to look ugly. They look beautiful if you do it right. So again, you guys are the nurturers, and this is what needs to be brought out. But to begin that nurturing process, you must first nurture yourself. So remember that, okay? So anyways, that's it. That's all I have for this group. If you'd like to check out more readings by me, you can head over to my Patreon. The link is in the drop-down box below. Thank you so much for being with me, and I will catch you next time. Hello, group 2 with the dragon. This is going to be your reading. I'm rooting for you. No, we have the dragon here, so I feel like definitely this year is your year, especially in regards to love, bringing more love into your life, really exuding that kind of energy more, finding the love of your life could be a big possibility here with this is the year of the dragon. So we just started the year of the dragon. Perhaps some of you were born in Year of the Dragon, and if this is you, this message is definitely going to reign true. For some of you, also, you could be attracting somebody who was born in Year of the Dragon. Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, wow, look at this. We have the Priestess of Swords. This is actually the Knight of Swords here. We have the Four of Swords. Wow, a lot of mental energy going on here. We have the Nine of Swords. Oh, my. And then we have the Death card, okay? We also have friendship, kindred spirits. We have chocolate bullets with intuition, and then we have chocolate buttons with transformation. How appropriate that we have the Death card and we literally have transformation. We have Scorpio energy here. This is the year for transformation. Maybe some of you are an Aquarius or an Aquarius rising. If this is you, holy crap, this is definitely your year. Okay, I speak from experience. This is definitely a transformational year. Okay, because Pluto is in Aquarius and you're going to be feeling it for the next 22 years. And it's going to be very potent, especially when it crosses that ascendant. If you have any planets in the first house or in your, obviously, if you're an Aquarius sun, it's going to hit your sun at some point. So you're going to literally physically transform. Your body can be going through some transformations at this time. Let's hope it's for the better and not the worse. So this is your warning for this group on top of it. One of the main things about self-love, which this group needs to work on, is caring for your body. If you abuse it, if you're filling it with junk food or drugs or too much alcohol and you're sitting around and you're not getting exercise, you're abusing yourself. And this is the nod to say, hey, enough of that. It's time for transformation. You can really, this is the turning point where you can completely change your life. Now, if you're in a fixed energy sign where you are, like I said, Aquarius, it's Taurus, it is Scorpio, which we have Scorpio energy here. Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. Oh, what's the other one? Shit. Oh my God, I'm brain farting right now. Oh, yeah. Oops. No, any Leo. There we go. Any of those fixed signs, this is definitely going to be a very powerful year. Okay, so anyway, but especially for the Aquarius or Aquarius rising. Okay. I see that some of you are definitely Scorpio energy, but this is the Death card. This is transformation. We are leaving behind what no longer serves us and we are being reborn. I get the sense that this group is going to learn about love and compassion more through caring of the body, working through anxiety or stress. Maybe some of you are going to be having some sleep issues or you've been working on that. You've been having some insomnia. Maybe you're going through a great, you've been feeling this a lot lately because of this shift of energy. And don't worry, because it's leading to great changes in your life. Now, if you're caring for yourself and if you're dealing with anything karmic, instead of trying to sweep it under the rug and learning your lessons, then you're going to come out on top, okay, from this. If you're trying to just pretend it's going to go away or you're pointing fingers and blaming other people all the time or something, it's just going to get worse. So in this case, it's very important to take a breath, meditate. Okay, I feel like you guys are antsy and pushy sometimes and always charging forward with your sword blazing and you're speaking before thinking, and sometimes you could be way too impulsive. This is your warning to say, hey, get it in check, get it under control. Practice regular meditation because it can help soothe the soul. It also opens you up to manifestation. And if you are having intense dreams, and insomnia, maybe you're waking up in the night, in the middle of the night, especially if you're waking up at around between 2 and 3, this is an indicator that your liver is working overtime and you need to detox a little bit, start drinking. I'm not saying doing anything extreme, okay? But you need to cut back on the processed foods, the crappy artificial sweeteners and all that kind of stuff. And you need to start eating more whole nutritional foods. And also, I would drink some roast dandelion tea. Make sure, of course, whenever you're starting some kind of herbal regimen or something like this, that you need to make sure you don't have allergies to the thing. So always test for allergies first. But I feel like that liver needs to be detoxed. It could help you sleep. Also, if you guys are doing regular exercise, it will help you sleep. Especially if you're lifting weights, it's going to stimulate growth hormone, which makes you sleep like a teenager again as you age. It's kind of wild how that works. Okay, it's just like it stimulates that growth hormone in the body naturally, and it does help you to get a better night's sleep. Especially and some of you need to balance the cardio and the weights definitely with this, but always do cardio because it does keep your lymph nodes flowing, and you want to sweat as much as humanly possible to get toxins out. It is going to give you a peace of mind. It's going to help transform yourself. This group, really, the love is definitely needing to be focused on yourself, especially the body, because I feel like there's a big transformation coming with that. For some of you, you're worried because you're having issues maybe with a friend group or something like this, but this is your nod to say, hey, maybe those people and this group has run its course. Not everybody that comes into our life is meant to stay there forever, especially if we're dealing with fifth house people. They are going to be in your life for a period of time. They're going to light you up, excite you, and then they're going to be, the purpose is served and you guys part ways. This is just part of the natural progression of your growth spiritually. So, that could be like what's giving you some anxiety. Maybe you have to walk away from a group and it's like really hard. But I do sense that I get the sense that there is somebody who is definitely watching over you. This is a feminine, okay? And I'm not really clear on who they are to you, but they're definitely some kind of guide. Red, because we have a lot of red showing up in here, okay, is their color. So I want to say red roses, red gemstones, like garnets, rubies, things like this. Having them on your person, carrying them with you can help to root you and ground you, and also light up that sensuality and that creativity and that sexuality within you. Again, there's major transformation going on here. Okay, let's see what I want to see what this card says. It says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Yes, too many people make excuses and they play the victim. And in this case, this is telling you none of that. Okay, we're not going to put up with this anymore. This is not who you are. This is the year to really make shit happen for yourself. This is the year of transformation. This is the year where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you actually are going to go through and do something. People would love to argue until they're blue in the face about how, but this and that, and but this, and but. There's always a big but, okay, and not the good kind. They always have excuses as to why they can't transform, why they can't change. They're very stubborn and they want to blame everybody else instead of putting blame where blame is due on themselves for letting themselves get like that, or letting somebody piss them off, or letting themselves make these decisions or choices. Nobody is forcing you into anything. You need to take responsibility for your actions. That's like what this is about. And once you do, friendships change, you become enlightened, you become lighter, feeling much better, much more happy, attracting kindred spirits into your life, the ones that are going to be your ride or dies, the ones who are going to love you and they're going to help you and like support you when times are tough, and you are there for them as well. So let's take a look and see what it says for the friendship. Oh, I love this. This is page 13. Oh my gosh, 1313, lucky number 13. That could be a very lucky number for you. It's a number of the feminine goddess energy too. So yes, work it, honey, work it. Okay. All right, here we go. Wait, hold on. Oops. There we go. Known as a smile-loving goddess, Aphrodite delights in joyful encounters and celebrations and is often shown in the company of the Graces, three goddesses who embody different aspects of beauty. What could be more joyful than time spent in the company of good friends, those kindred spirits who share in our private jokes and uplift us with their very presence. Friendship is a special gift that ought to be cherished. This may be your sign to reach out to the friends you have already been blessed with, or it could be your invitation to seek out new connections. It is often said that it is difficult to make friends as an adult, but underneath the veneer of adulthood exists a child that wants to laugh and play. The challenge we encounter is forging new friendships, is often fear of rejection, but allow yourself to be vulnerable, and you may be pleasantly surprised to learn that almost everyone feels that sense of apprehension. Exactly. Be the one to take active steps towards nurturing new relationships. And in particular, Scorpios, if you're a Scorpio, you are afraid of vulnerability. This is like one of their MOs is like, Scorpios, are like, they're very cautious about that. But this is the sign that you need to lighten up and let people in and not be afraid to approach others. Too many people are afraid of somebody's not going to like me. Well, the ones that aren't going to like you are not for you anyway. So what do you care? It's time to find people who do care. And you can do that, especially through your intuition, trusting your gut. Okay. And instinctively, like, especially when it comes to your inner child, what lights you up inside? What makes you smile? What makes you feel like you're on fire with passion, that you love it so much? That is the thing that you need to go do. And through this action, you will meet people that are kindred spirits who enjoy the same things as you. Go do this. Don't be afraid to live your life and, be free and happy and joyful. Okay. All right, so if you want to invite more friendships into your life, you may consider joining clubs, there it is, or groups that align with your interests and hobbies. This way you can meet people with whom you have things in common. Friendships come and go, and it could be a sad realization that you have grown distant from the friends that you once knew. Exactly what I was saying. People change and grow, however, and the only way forward is to embrace the daunting yet rewarding experience of finding a new tribe. Drawing this card may be your sign that a celebration or event is on the horizon, a time for merriment and festivities. Approach these occasions with joy and cherish them for the special moments that they are. Even if you only have one close friend in your life, hold gratitude in your heart for the connection you share. Friendship is a two-way street, so be sure not to take on more than you give from your friends. Think about the role that they have played in your life and consider doing something to let them know how special they are to you. What a perfect time of year to do that. Okay. And I know, we have Valentine's Day and, everybody gets really negative and snotty about it all the time, saying, it's stupid and da 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 da. It's like, don't look at it that way. Look at it as a way that you can celebrate not only yourself, love yourself, but also love your friends and all the people and show them appreciation. Whether this is, parents, siblings, friends. Show them that you care. Show them that you love. It's a day of love. Fuck all that Hallmark crap. Okay, this is just a way that we can celebrate as human beings, just love in general. And it's a beautiful thing to do. I think you should do it every day. I don't think it should just be one day a year. But this is something that needs to be done and practiced on a regular, because the more you exude this, the more it comes back to you. Okay, so all right, we are going to look at the intuition and the transformation cards in particular. So with the intuition card, it says, psychic and intuitive awareness is all around you at this time. Embrace this spiritual chapter of your life and open your senses to a higher level of understanding. It is important to trust your instincts at this time, even if you don't know where they are coming from. Follow your heart. Listen to your gut feelings and never doubt. Heed your own inner guidance. It is important to pay attention to the flashes of intuition that seem to come to you from nowhere. Yes, because those are the ones, you guys. Those are the important messages you need to pay attention to. And they might not even make sense. And you're like, huh? Because this happens to me all the time. But then, and I write them down. And then all of a sudden later, I'm like, oh my God. There it is. Whoop, there it is, So the mantra here is, I am open and aware of messages that come to me, and I am guided by the path they take me. Because straight up, look at this. She is kneeling next to her, and she's like kind of like in restful mode. She's meditating or she's sleeping. And here is this female who's by your side. I get the sense that some of you are definitely going to be attracting in some friends that it's like you're really going to know the meaning of love when you meet these people, because they love you for who you are. It's such a beautiful kind of energy that I'm feeling. And they are your ride or dies. They will be with you through thick and thin. Okay. But to attract, you got to change this. Okay. You got to change this, constant, like trying to rush things, being impatient. Again, it could be the group you're already around is not good for you anymore. It could be something like this. Okay. But there's transformation, there's change we always have to let things go in order to bring something new in. And I have to mention, we have a lunar eclipse on the 25th of March. And when we have lunar eclipses, things leave, but then it's followed by a solar eclipse, which is, I believe, on the 9th of April. We have a total solar eclipse in the United States. And this is going to bring new opportunities and new people in. So I feel like the weeks going forward are going to be even more potent than ever. All right, so let's see the transformation card here. A time of transformation. Old ways of thinking are coming to an end. Something in your life needs sweetening, and you are open to personal transformation. Delve deep into your subconscious. Have you thought about hypnosis? How about a support group, meditation, or some form of therapy? Be willing to explore. As you learn more about yourself, you will find the deeper meaning of life, and you will also find what true love really is. It doesn't always have to exist between lovers. It could exist between family, friends, of course, lovers, yes, or all of the above. So I feel like as you move forward, you're really going to understand and start to learn what true love really means. And true love does not expect anything in return. It just is. It is primordial. It is so powerful. And it is like the most freeing thing, okay? And it doesn't feel forced. All right, so it says, I find my own sweetness in life. And this is the key to this group. But this is your year, you guys. Practice meditation. There's a need to chill. There needs to be a little bit more chill here. Again, work on detoxing and taking better care of your body. And transformation is coming. I mean, there's no fighting it. So you might as well go with it. Don't try to freaking argue. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to point fingers or any of that kind of stuff. Go with it, because you will see your life completely transform when you do. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I have for this reading. Thank you so much for being with me. If you'd like to check out more readings, head over to my Patreon. The link is in the drop-down box below. Thank you guys for being with me today, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, for those of you who chose group 3 with our 2 ravens or crows here, because you selected this, I really truly feel like you have guides around you. Crows or ravens could most definitely be your spirit animal. Roses, seeing roses, those are definitely your flowers. Be paying attention to the lunar cycles. Since they're covered in stars, and this one in particular has the moon on it, I'm feeling that star bathing, stargazing could bring great insights, great messages. Paying attention to your natal chart, the transits. What is your natal promise? If you do not know what a natal promise is, I have posted about it over on my Patreon. The link to my Patreon is in the drop-down box. We talk about it on there. But it's important that you learn about this, because it's going to help you to have some insights. You're definitely getting messages from guides. For as far as deities go, I'm really feeling Apollo here, because of the crows. Odin is another one. Morgan, those are the 3 that are really coming through. But crows and ravens are definitely where it's at for this group. Pay attention when you see them. If whatever you're thinking at the time of seeing them or whatever's going on, there could be some profound message in that. Okay, so let's see what came up in the tarot for this group. Okay, we have the 10 of Swords, we have the 7 of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the 10 of Cups. We have 2 10s. 10s are completions, endings of cycles. Okay, I see an ending of, I feel like Okay, here we go, folks. With the Ten of Swords, I call this the Drama Queen card. It is like, it's also called the Death card light, as I like to say. But it is always like when in traditional tarot, like the Rider Waite, it shows a dude on the ground with a bunch of swords in his back, and there's like the sun rising in the background. It's like basically saying, making mountains, out of molehills. We're being too dramatic and realizing that, oh, woe is me, maybe playing the victim a little too hard or something like this. But there's no reason to be all upset, because guess what? Tomorrow's another day. It's another chance at beginning again, starting over. We always have that chance. It's coming to us, okay? I don't care what phase of life you're in, okay? So when the day you go to pass on from this world, guess what? You're starting over again. You're being reborn. This is just the cycle of life, my friends. And there is no reason to be so drama and so upset and always meh, 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 all the time and always having defenses up, okay? Constantly trying to prove your point to other people, trying to force people to think like you or trying to be like you, or always accusing other people because they're not like you, is wasting your time. That is not loving yourself, and it is not loving others. It is constantly it's just too much drama, too much stress. It's like, ew. Like that's like the energy that I'm feeling here. Ew. I feel like many of you are finally moving past this. You're starting to stand more in your power and realizing that having an attitude like this, or always being on the defensive, or always constantly trying to, maybe you are finally accepting responsibility for your actions and realizing you make the choices. You are the one who forms your own life. You are the one who is creating your own reality. Once you realize this is when things change, and poof, boy, you're standing in your power, and you are one sexy bitch, okay? Because we have the Queen of Wands. Look at her in her red gauzy gown. Maybe this group is a nod. Maybe you guys have been wearing too many drab, like kind of boring colors or something, wearing grays or too much, kind of like muted tones. Now it's time to start pulling out those jeweled tones things. Perhaps some of you are finally like coming into your own sensuality and sexuality. That's what's happening here. You're blossoming. You're finally like becoming that adult goddess that you're supposed to be, and you're really, turning it on. You're coming out of this, woe is me phase, and it's like really kind of like immature. And you're growing up and becoming a mature person, realizing that, hey, if I want my life to change, I can't be waiting around for somebody else to do it, or blaming people because I make crappy choices. It's like, finally, it's like this kind of thing where like, nope, I'm going to take life by the freaking reins, and I'm going to control this shit and realize my own self-worth, my own power, and I'm going to let it shine, and I'm going to rock this fucking shit. And I feel like that's what's happening here with that 10 of Cups energy. This is the happy family card. This is total fulfillment, feeling really good about yourself. And for some of you, it could have been like you're releasing finally a shitty attitude, seeing the world with a new set of eyes, and also like physically changing your body and, basically glow up here, okay? Something like this. So look at this. And you're finding your inner passion. We have passion with inner fire. We also have a moving forward with chocolate fudge. And we have black cherry chocolate with passion again. You are finally finding that freaking inner fire, that inner passion, and you are taking charge. You have found the lust for life. You're finally finding that. You are coming out of a really crappy kind of phase where you've been really down and having a really bad attitude, and now that is completely turned around and things are changing. You're finally realizing you had an aha moment, an epiphany. Okay, maybe it's like a new dawn. The light has dawned on you, and you're realizing, oh my God, I've been the one who's been doing this, and I'm self-sabotaging myself. Now I'm going to stop, because you know what? I love myself. I have that passion, that inner fire. I mean, you got passion twice here, honey. All right? I mean, damn. You're my kind of people. I'm a very passionate person, and I'm not afraid to show it. It's kind of funny because I've had people question me about, why are you so like that? It's like, because I have passion. I'm not dead inside. Maybe like you have been surrounding yourself with people who are dead inside, and you're not like that. You have much passion. Let it out. okay? Like seriously, tend to that inner fire and move forward. You've been stagnant long enough, okay? Enough worrying about what other people think. You need to worry about what the fuck you think about yourself, honey, okay? No more. Oh, wow. Did you hear that? That is a cardinal tapping at the window. Did you hear it? Oh my goodness. That is wild. Okay, so we have a cardinal that comes and taps on, we have a hexagon window, and it comes and it taps on the window all the time. It's very interesting. So, that cardinals, birds in general are your spirit animal. Cardinals can be another one. This is really interesting. Cardinals, okay, the females are brown, the males are red, fiery red of passion, okay? Cardinals are notorious messengers too, like the ravens and crows. So we have power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Exactly. Quit fighting and trying to force and control other people. And you need to, this is like where it's like you're realizing, okay, I'm done trying. Maybe you've been trying to help somebody for so long and they're just playing the drama queen and you're done. And you're like, you know what? I need to focus on my own power right now, because I want to make shit happen in my life and I'm tired of being freaking alone. Or maybe somebody is like kind of dragging you down with them. This, misery love company kind of shit where it's like, oh, woe is me. I can't keep a relationship. So they want to make sure you don't have a relationship either. But you know what? You are destined to have a very happy relationship. You need to come into your own power and find that passion. This is imperative. Now, what's so interesting is I don't know if I've ever even pulled this card before. So I'm kind of excited this came out. I can't wait to hear what it says. So let's take a look at this one, okay? I'll see after I read it. I don't recall reading this one, but let's take a look and see what the message is here. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, passion, inner fire. And Aphrodite has this in spades, honey. This is why she's my patron goddess of my archetype. So, yeah. All right, so here we go. Passion is your inner fire, your purpose and destiny. It is the enthusiasm you feel when you are overtaken by a powerful interest in something or someone. Pay attention to the things that light up your soul, as these are the things that will fill your life with meaning. The things which stir your passion are not random. They are the stepping stones to a life full of color and fulfillment. If passion is lacking, then this card calls you to step outside of your comfort zone so that you may discover what it is that matters to you. Aphrodite is a goddess of desire and passionate love, but sometimes we may find ourselves caught in a cycle of placing everyone else's desires above our own. Whilst it is an act of love to facilitate the happiness of others, don't forget to check in with your own desire. What is it that you crave? If you don't know what it is, then you can never aim for it. So we have to sit down and we have to figure out what lights you up. What are you passionate about? These are the things you need to start doing in your life right now. This is a form of self-love. It is one of the biggest forms of self-love is tending to your inner child. And man, I'm telling you, that cardinal is banging at my window like crazy at you guys. It's saying, yes, you're on track. Do this. Yes. So this card may be your call to reassess who or what you give your energy to. What are the obstacles that suppress your sense of passion? And what fills you with enthusiasm? Passion is a great motivator. Without it, we stay rooted firmly in our current circumstance with no desire to expand or grow. This is your life, and only you have the power to make it as joyful as possible. This begins by believing that you are worthy of an exciting and fulfilling life. Yes, absolutely. If you are holding yourself back, building a wall of protection to save yourself from hurt, then this card may be an indication that it is time to tear down that wall and let yourself go. Allow yourself to feel with intensity and passion, because the Queen of Wands, man, she's got this in spades, honey. When she walks in a room, she lights it up. She is charismatic. She is like popular. People like her because she exudes this passion, this fiery, beautiful energy, this love, okay? Because when I think of this, I think of like solar energy as well, and Leo rules the heart. So big heart energy, big energy, okay? There's your song, big energy, okay? Anyways, so there's always a risk that you could be hurt, but that is the price we pay for the ecstasy of joy. Passion is not always pleasure. Sometimes it is pain, and it is part of the human experience. Allow yourself to feel the entire spectrum of emotion if you want to live authentically. Exactly, you guys. You can't hold back for someone else's comfort level all the time. You just cannot do it. There's a time and a place. I mean, obviously, if you're in a public place, you hold back and you have manners and decorum, okay? But you cannot appease other people and be happy like all the time, like always worrying about what they want. Or are people going to like me? You know, if you're constantly thinking in this kind of mentality, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to find fulfillment because you're constantly trying to appease some other force or group or people, when in reality, it's just sad. It's like you have to start with yourself. You have to love and appease yourself and stoke that inner fire and that passion for yourself, because this is going to attract the right people who admire that about you. Not everybody is going to like you. Deal with it, okay? Because when you do, you will find happiness. For every one person who's an a-hole, you'll have 10 people who adore you. Remember that, okay? So let's see what moving forward has to say. It is time to leave something behind that no longer serves you. Change may lead to sadness, but separation can lead to happiness. The promise of change holds your best interest at heart. Know and trust that new and good times are ahead. Good things are waiting for you. Trust your gut feelings at this time. As you prepare to leave a relationship that isn't working, a job that no longer feeds your soul, or a living arrangement that no longer provides, trust that something better is coming your way. So it says, I move forward with no regrets. I leave my past behind and walk into a brighter future. Exactly. A future filled with passion and exuberance and joy and, satisfaction completely. Satiety. So we have passion with black cherry, sophistication, class, lust, passion, and psychic abilities are all heralded by the appearance of this card. Trust in your intuition, your gut feelings, and your inner knowing. Your psychic ability is kicking into overdrive at this time. So take the time to look, listen, and embrace what you are being guided to. Sexually inspired feelings and impulses may take you by surprise. So it says, I trust my intuition. It never leads me astray. I am guided to where I need to be, and I listen to my inner voice that always leads the way. And I want to say, this is kind of interesting. So this is just it's a message that's coming through. When I read that, it reminded me of, something. When I started my meditation practice, several years ago, it's like when I started doing it, it was because I was having really horrible stress and headaches, and it was just nonstop. And it was just like, I couldn't live my life. I knew I had to do something to change it because I couldn't live my life constantly swallowing down painkillers, NSAIDs, like Motrin and stuff every day, because it's fucking wrecks your body. Okay. So it's like, I didn't want to do that. And I was crying all the time because I was so stressed out and just upset. And so I discovered, my meditation practice. And through this process, it really lit up my energy, and I literally had a Kundalini awakening. Everybody experiences the same kind of thing when you experience a Kundalini awakening, and you know what it is. It's not like, did I have one? It's like, no, you have one, because it's fucking very intense. And when that happened, it's talking about the sacred, the sexuality, the passion. That was completely triggered within me. It's like that serpent asleep at that root chakra just was lit awake. And I became like this Queen of Wands. And if I can do it, you can do it. So I have a feeling this group, through regular meditation practices, especially learning the different breathing techniques. Okay, you can always start, if you don't know how to meditate, start with guided meditations, please. And you are going to have to shuffle through several before you find the one that suits you the best, that works for you. Not every single meditation that's out there is going to be the one for you, it takes patience. And if you're going to be impatient, how are you ever going to succeed and go forward? You have got to, this group needs to have patience too. But you will find great satisfaction. You will find that happiness, that joy. You will connect with the divine. You will feel so good about being a human being, okay? Because that's what happens. It's like you're cool with being here. You're cool with being who you are. You're cool with being here. You're not trying to escape it all the time. Like I've seen a lot of people in the spirituality community do this, where they're trying to pretend they're somewhere else all the time. And, they just want to like go float away. And it's like, no, honey, part of being divine is being here and now. Okay. And realizing this is the gift of being human. You're here on this planet right now, and you need to be in the here and the now because you're a divine being having a human experience. This is divinity. This is like literally as above, so below. Okay. And within and without, it's like you guys embracing this, find your passion through, I feel like for somebody here, definitely through meditation, especially breath of fire. Okay. Learning about the breath of fire. This could really trigger something in within you. All right. But I feel like you are, oh my God, hello, honey. Wear red. I feel like red can really look good on you. For some of you, it's just your power color. You are coming into your power looking sexy. Own that shit. Don't cover up your curves. Show them off. Respectfully, that is. If you're going to show your cleavage, cover the rest of your body, your legs and stuff like this. If you're going to show your legs, cover your tits. Okay. This is classy. You want to leave some mystery. You just don't want to let it all hang out. Okay. When you're out in public, when you're in your private life, do whatever the hell you want, honey. But, if you want to gain the respect, you can be sexy and completely covered up. It's what you exude. It's the power you exude, you don't always have to show nothing but flesh. Okay. Just know that. It is in your personality and your attraction that is sexy as hell, okay? And I get the sense that this group is definitely moving forward and you're really lighting up your life. You're feeling good about life. You're feeling very passionate. Maybe some of you are even going to end up moving to a new location. I get the sense that it could be like a beach or water in the area, where maybe you are going to be like in the summertime showing more flesh, and you're going to feel, because you take good care of yourself, sexier and more powerful than you ever have in your whole entire life. You're going to feel so in tune with that divinity within yourself that it's just like you shine, you're radiant, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. But again, this is all about, for this group, finding that inner fire, bringing out that passion, finding that inner power, learning to love ourselves, releasing the things that are no longer serving us. Okay. And that could be especially starting with a shitty attitude. Because I know from doing tarot for many years now, there are a lot of people with a very shitty attitude, and they leave comments all this time like this, woe is me, feel sorry for me kind of stuff. But in truth, it's like, yes, it's like you could be hurting or something like this, but you have to realize the only person who's going to change that is not a tarot reader. You have to change it. You can't go dumping those negative feelings on other people or spreading them all over the internet and expecting anything to change. You have to change that within yourself. Okay. Because I'm the kind of person who doesn't play the pity party. And it's like, you have the power within you to light up the light, shine your inner light, shine that passion out. Again, nobody's going to do that for you. You have got to pull yourself up and do it yourself. Seriously, it doesn't exist outside you. It exists inside you. It's in your heart. It's in your soul, your very being. Okay. Within your flesh suit, your meat suit. Okay. So much forward movement, much passion, much fire here. Really, this is a time of great power for you guys. So let it out. All right. Enjoy life. Enjoy the fruits of, your labor. Enjoy the passionate things that light you up in life. You guys need to do more of that. Okay. Because this is going to lead to a whole lot of love in your life, and you're going to feel it. We have the happy family card. It will attract a new and happy family to you. Most definitely. Okay. So that's it. That's all I have for this group. Thank you so much for being with me. If you'd like to check out more readings by me, you can head over to my Patreon. The link is in the drop down box below. Thank you guys for being with me, and I will catch you next time. Bye.